Thank you. Thank you very much, Mr. Speaker, for the opportunity to also contribute to this session of paper number 3 regarding the partial divestiture of Safricom Limited. And Mr. Speaker, let me from the start say that I have a lot of number of reservations, especially on how this divestiture has been structured, the valuation of the share price that is being offered by the buyer. And Mr. Speaker, right now we are talking about a price earnings ratio of about 9 to 10. That is what has been used to value Safricom, which I find very, very conservative. Mr. Speaker, in emerging market telcos, especially the one with a fintech component, such as Safricom, the P multiples that we see are anything between 16 and 18 multiples, and that would have given the Safricom share, upwards of 40, shillings per share. But that notwithstanding, Mr. Speaker, grandmother wisdom dictates that, Mr. Speaker, dictates that you subject.
Yes, Ariko, what's your point of order?
Honorable Speaker, the honorable member on the floor is giving misleading information or the valuation.
Challenge him.
The presentation from the committee has made a presentation of 5 models that were used to determine the price of the share. So it is not only the price earning ratio. There are 5 methods that were used to value the price of Safricom shares. Thank you, Chair. Speaker, Honorable Speaker.
Thank you, Speaker. Actually, I don't know, I'm not sure what his point was, but let me just proceed because, like I said, even grandmother wisdom, Mr. Speaker, from even our traditional African culture, when you want to determine the true price of your good, you take it to the market. That is the easiest way, of just knowing how much, you should sell your good. And so the question, Mr. Speaker, here has been, who else did we ask for the price of Safricom? What was so difficult in putting Safricom in the open market? And you have bidders saying, I am willing to do 34, another one saying I'm willing to do 29, another one saying I'm willing to do 40. So I do not see why we have this sort of private arrangement, Mr. Speaker, to basically negotiate only with one party, a party that I would consider an insider. Actually, this can be classified as very uncompetitive. I'm not even sure whether this transaction is going to pass through the anti-competition authority, because this is technically insider trading, where the shares are offered to only one party who has a lot of private information. Mr. Speaker, the second concern that I have is that the proceeds of this sale will be deposited to the National Infrastructure Fund. I know we passed the National Infrastructure Fund in this House a week ago. But of course, one of the concerns that came about this fund is that our role, especially the appropriation role of Parliament as far as this money is concerned, has been technically removed. Actually, I heard someone say over the weekend that the proceeds of Safricom is going to go and build an airport, even before this House has discussed how we would like to use or how we would like to appropriate those proceeds. Mr. Speaker, so since we have only been left with the role of audit as far as the National Infrastructure Fund is concerned, I actually feel that this may be a risky venture where such a colossal amount of money goes into a kitty where only one person or a very small group of people have a say. Mr. Speaker, the committee has raised a number of remedies that it hopes to put in place over the issues that were raised in the public participation, especially safeguarding employees, safeguarding dealers, and so on and so forth. But Mr. Speaker, my worry is, are we going to see the revised share purchase agreement deposited in this House so that we can scrutinize it before the share price goes on? Mr. Speaker, the next one, and I request, because I think my time has all been calculated, the interruption I got. Mr. Speaker, the next one is the dividend. If you know, Safricom just announced its interim dividend. It is going to announce its final results 31st of March. And then, Mr. Speaker, we are going to have, the final dividend paid around August. So since the sale is being concluded on 1st of April, what is the guarantee that the government is going to get the final dividend? Because the government will no longer have 15% of its shares in the register. So, Mr. Speaker, again, I say, either we delay this sale or, we ensure that the government stake is at least a guarantee.